Hello, and welcome to Sailing Elsie, a channel dedicated to the adventure of sailing the world. My name is Seth, and I aim to earn your subscription today. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I deeply appreciate it. In today's episode, we're going to be installing some brand new lithium iron phosphate batteries and a new BMS battery management system. This boat has a 12-volt system, and we currently have 560 amp hours of battery storage, usable battery storage, and we're going to upgrade that by adding another 628 amp hours, totaling 1,188 amp hours. I think that equates to like 15 kilowatt hours of battery storage. So let's get to it. All right, so on this deal, I've got the battery management disconnected from these batteries. I am going to pull out this lead acid battery that's just been stored there. So I can sell that baby. So I'm going to pull out these 4 cells, move those 4 over to this space, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fit the new batteries. Let me zoom out. Pretty sure I'll be able to fit the new batteries in this space, move these 4 over, and then move the other 4 up to the bow. So let's go ahead and get that going. Just got to disconnect the rest of this. Alright, we got those in okay, and it's nearly a perfect fit, wall to wall. I did shim up the back with some foam, although forward to backward movement I'm not really worried about. The boat rocks left and right. I'm also going to, in the future, put some tie downs on these, probably solid screwed in pieces of wood. And then this is a bit of a rat's nest. I want to do it nice, but the whole boat right now is a rat's nest. And so that'll be its separate project. So this is functional, it's safe, it's good, and it's amazing. We've got some power. So now I need to go and replace the bow batteries. There's batteries in the bow for the windlass, and I'm going to put the 4 cells that I took out of here up in the bow. And actually, let me show you what I did for that. So the bow locker does not have a dedicated area that the batteries can fit in securely. So I went ahead and picked up a battery box, and I could mount this to the floor. The cells fit in here really nicely. I got them all snugged up with some foam, so this should be a good solution. I don't have a BMS, a battery management system, for this particular pack yet, but that'll come next month. It'll be fine without one until that gets here. So let's go ahead and get this up there. Actually, for those of you who aren't aware, which may be a lot of my older friends, these particular batteries are sold in individual cells that are 3.2 volts, and the reason it needs a battery management system, and this is the battery management here. So these are what's called a BMS. It's a battery management system, and you can see it's got a little blue wire going to the positive of each cell. So I have one for these 4, another one for these 4, and I'm going to need another one for the 4 going up in the bow. Anyway, what happens is they're wired in series, and as they charge up as a whole, sometimes due to the chemistry inside each battery being just slightly different than the rest, some will charge up a little higher or faster, and some will charge up a little slower. So what the battery management system does is it monitors that, and then it moves power around between the different packs, or between the different cells. So that keeps everything balanced, and is supposed to keep it from self-destructing or something. I don't know. They say I gotta buy it, so I buy it. Anyway, let's go get this up there. Alright, we're up in the bow locker. This is the existing lead acid battery. I've disconnected the ground, and first order of business is just to verify that the battery's got voltage, should be like 12.7 or something like that. Oops, I'm on AC. There we go. Oh boy, it's actually low, 10.9. So I just tested the lead here just to make sure the battery power is turned off at the switch up front, and it is. So I'm going to clean these terminals up, get this battery out of here, get the new one in here, and wire it up. Alright, these 4 cells have been relocated to the bow. They're all wired up. I got those terminals cleaned up nice and good. So they're nice and clean, good connection. Just put the lid on. We're ready to roll. This 62% here is a rough estimate. It's not really dialed in yet of the battery bank, excluding the battery I just put in the bow. I haven't connected that one, or I haven't flipped the switch for that one yet, and we're going to take a look at some other things while I flip that. This is the app for the Dali BMS, or battery management systems, and right here is battery in the back, the 280 cells. Oops. And then below that is the 628 amp hour cells I put in. I don't have a battery management system for the bow batteries yet, so it's not going to show up on here. Alright, there we go. So this number here matches pretty closely what the state of charge is on the shunt reading. And then right now, on the count of 3, I'm going to connect the bow battery. And I think the state of charge is higher on the bow battery, so I would expect this current here, which is currently coming in from solar, 33 amps, I would expect that to increase. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Color me wrong. About the same. All right. Well, now I gotta go in and make some adjustments to the shunt settings to account for the additional storage I just added to the bow. 280 times 2 plus 628, 1188. Battery settings, battery capacity. Change that to 1188 amp hours. I need to recalculate, so 1188, and then it'll hold that voltage, and as the battery fills up, the amperage draw will drop down, drop down, drop down. And for lithium iron phosphate batteries, the recommended tail current, which is the current as the current tails down, is 2% of battery capacity. So the 23.8 here is 2% of 1188. So once the battery or the charging current through the shunt goes down to 23.8, both charge controllers will switch over to float mode, which will just hold the float voltage of right here, 13.38. These aren't recommended settings for anybody else, just what I have them set at. Here we go. Through the gardens where coral grows, bare feet dancing on sun-bleached deck. Freedom's calling, no life to check. We are the children of Neptune's court, naked souls in the ocean sport, living wild where the trade winds blow.
Shellbacks gathered round firelight, tales of mermaids and stars so bright, sun-bronzed bodies and weathered hands, sharing stories of distant lands. Anchor dropped in a hidden bay, where the world just melts away. No boundaries between sea and skin. Let the ocean take us.
So the wind shifted and now the Dodger solar panels are shaded, so let's go ahead and move the boom over to the other side.
Bound by waves and tidal roads. We are the children of Neptune's core. Naked souls in the ocean's
Now yesterday the wind changed direction about 4 or 5 times, so I was up here flip-flopping the boom, but it's worth the effort. Alright, with the panel shaded it was putting out 18 watts. Let's see what it's putting out now. Oh, I'm not close enough to that one to get its reading. And move in. Now it's putting out 114, so 100 more watts. That's it for this week's episode. Next week I'll give you an update on how well they performed. Have a great week.
This is where